So here we have a quick and easy souffle omelette that tastes delicious. So there are the ingredients. We're going to start with 3 rashers of bacon and 1 very small red capsicum. Now we're just going to chop these into very small pieces like this, and then we're going to heat a little bit of oil in the bottom of a fry pan. When that's hot, we're going to add that bacon and red capsicum. I'm going to pop a teaspoon of garlic on the top and just mix that around. And our Italian herbs, let's just mix them around. And then we're just going to let these heat through on a medium heat. Now once they start to soften up, we're just going to give them a little stir around. So we just want these to be cooked through and browned slightly. Once they start to pop, we're going to add those crispy onions like this. And once you've added the onions, you just simply stir those through. And that's it. You're not leaving them in there to soak or anything. So then we're just going to take them out and put them onto a plate to the side while we do this beautiful souffle. I'm going to start with 4 eggs and we're going to separate them. I just do it with the shell. I don't use any fancy devices, but if you've got an egg separator, then that's fine. Use the egg separator. But yep, this is the only way that I was ever taught to do it. So we're just going to separate all those eggs whites from the yellows like this. This is a very quick and easy recipe, and I think once you make it like this, you'll never go backwards. So we're just going to use a fork and mix those yellows up just until they're smooth and creamy. So now we're just going to pop those egg whites into a larger, deeper dish so that I can whisk them. And I'm going to whisk them for about 3 or 4 minutes on high until you get this beautiful meringue texture. And then we're simply going to pop some more oil into that fry pan and let that heat up on a medium heat. And then we're going to take our meringue mixture and we're going to get the yellows of our egg, and we're simply going to stir those through into that meringue mixture. Now we're not going to do this quickly, you're just going to fold them in like this. And I normally do it in 2 halves. I put a little bit in first, fold it through, and then I put the rest through. And this is really how easy this one is. So we're just going to add the rest of that egg into there and do the same thing. Just fold that through gently like this. And then we're left with this beautiful mixture that makes that absolutely amazing souffle. So once we've got that all stirred through, we're then simply going to spoon this mixture into our fry pan. It won't pour because it's too thick, so you're just going to spoon it in, and we're just going to level that out in that pan like this. Now this is just on a medium heat, and I'm going to just let that cook for about 2 or 3 minutes. I'm going to pop a lid on the top. And like I said, I'm going to leave that for about 2 or 3 minutes. And then I'm just going to give that pan a bit of a shake. And you should be able to see that the outside is moving, which means that the bottom has cooked. And you can actually see that it's come away from the side a bit. Then I just get a spatula and I'm just going to flip that over, and it's really, really easy. Look at that beautiful brown bottom. So we're going to do the same thing again. Put the lid on, and we're just going to leave that for about 2 or 3 minutes. Give it a shake a couple of times. And if you want to, you can just lift up the edge to make sure that it's brown on the outside. Just flatten it down, just feel with your hand and you should be able to feel that it's a firm texture. So now I'm going to get my cheese. I'm just going to place that bacon mixture on the bottom on one side like this. Then we're going to put the cheese over the top. This is beautiful. This will just melt with the heat. And that's why I'm leaving it in the pan to make it up. And then I'm just going to pull that edge over the top and press it down. Now you can put the lid on if you want that cheese to melt really well, or you just put it onto a plate and you leave it for a couple of minutes, it will melt, or you can pop it in the microwave and just zap it for about 30 seconds. Look at that. Absolutely delicious. And look how fluffy and light it is and how big it is. This actually feeds 2. I think you'd have a hard job eating that yourself. But it is absolutely delicious. So now I'm just going to put some parsley over the top like this to serve it up. And I normally add a little bit of salad with this. Look at that. Look at that texture. Look at how soft and fluffy it is. Absolutely beautiful. So now we're just going to cut it in half. Look at that. I hope you give this one a go.